give yourself away. Okay. And I don't know if I'm a title that I don't know if I'm a title like the podcast that title exactly, but let me tell you what I mean. To give yourself away, I just listened to a song and I low key forgot who it was by, but it's like I'll sing it for y'all. Don't laugh at me now. It's like I give myself away so you get the gist of it. I can't sing. God didn't bless me with the vocals. But let me I just wanted to tell y'all this, okay? And I ain't gonna lie, I had a whole different topic that I want to talk about today. But as I was in my time with the Lord, I promise you, this right here is something that I'm struggling with right now in my life, and it's giving myself away, and it's running away from God's purpose, running away from God's calling that He has for us because we're scared, because we're going through a lot of spiritual warfare, and it's from God when the enemy starts to attack you about the thing that God calls you to do, you just know it's from God. You know it's from God because it's like, why would the enemy attack me about something that God is calling me to do if it wasn't ever from God? Because if it was from the enemy, why would he attack it? The enemy he'll be wanting you to do whatever it is that you thought was from God, but it really wasn't for God. You get what I'm saying? But when you know something is from God, let's say in my case, and I'm be honest with y'all, I want this podcast where I be open. I never want y'all to feel like, especially if you're a non-believer and you're watching this, don't never think that Christians are so perfect because we have our imperfections. And I'm an imperfect human being. But I live my life dedicated to the Lord, trying to walk and be a representation of who Christ created me to be. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all supposed to be representations of Jesus Christ. So that's why I live my life by, but I'm not perfect. But look, I'm going to tell you a little story. Now, God called me to start a podcast. This was about 3-4 years ago. I think this was like in the beginning or before COVID even started. It was either the beginning of COVID or before COVID even started. And God called me to start this podcast, but I started it and then I wasn't consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? I started it because I was like, okay, this got to be from the Lord. I just got saved. I believe this is from God. And I heard the voice in my spirit. It was like, start a podcast. And ever since, it never left my spirit. It never left my spirit. Anytime I try to do something else, it's always in the back of my mind I need to start that podcast. I need to start that podcast. But I kept running away from the calling because I was scared. I'm like, all right, you want me to start a podcast, God, but how am I gonna start a podcast by myself? Who I'm gonna do it with? I had so many different questions, and I felt like in the midst of it, those questions wasn't getting answered. And in the midst of me having so many different questions, I was like, okay, I'm looking at all these other podcasters, but they got a partner. They got this, they got that. So I bought all the equipment thinking, okay, I'm going to go ahead and start it. I tried to start it with my brothers. At this time, my brother wasn't like fully saved. You know what I'm saying? He claimed to be a Christian, but he wasn't fully saved. Now he's fully saved. Glory be to God. But at the time, he wasn't saved. So doing a podcast with him, we had two different point of views on everything. All I knew was to talk about the Lord. All he knew was, about everything else but God, for real. So we had two different viewpoints when it came to a podcast. So that podcast didn't last long. But where I'm trying to get at is the fact that so many years went by, and now I want to now I want to do what God is calling me to do. And the reason why is because I tried my way too many times. That's the same thing that a lot of y'all doing. Y'all already tried y'all way, bro. Y'all see it's not getting y'all nowhere. Y'all find yourself back on your knees, praying to God, asking him to reveal himself to you, asking that, Lord, give me an answer. Lord, help me. Lord, I need help. And God is continuing to tell you exactly the first thing he told you the very first time. He telling you the same thing he told you the first time, but yet you still denying it because you don't want to follow after it. God literally told me so many different times on so many different occasions. I mean, bro, it's been times where I prayed that morning and said, Lord, show me where you want me to go. Show me what you want me to do. And I'll be talking to a person before that person even know what I prayed about. They instantly say, you need to start this. You need to do this. You need to do that. And God speaks to us in different ways. But even in his word, I remember I came off a fast. And even I came off a fast, a 3-day fast, I believe. And opening up his word, it was there. Bro, God show us so many times, and we think that God answers go change. If God told you to do something the first time, his answer ain't go change the second time. Okay, because he wants you to go after what it is that he calls you to do the first time, but we be so scared because we feel like we're not qualified for what it is that he called us to do. It's like Jonah, bro. Look at the story of Jonah. Jonah in the whale. You know what I'm saying? Jonah in the whale, he was running away from what God was calling him to do. Guess what happened? Jonah prayed, And God answered him and came to him the second time. And what did God tell him the second time to do? The same thing he told him the first time to do. Nothing changed. Go to Nineveh and do what it is that I called you to do. Jonah ended up in the whale trying to run away from God's calling. It's like, how many times do we got to fall and bump our head to realize that, okay, God's way is the only way I have? Because I tried to do the reactions so many times. I tried to be consistent on reactions, but I found myself back on my knees asking the Lord, like, Lord, where is it that you want me to go? Where is it that you want me to do? And it's like he's telling me, like, bro, I'm telling you to do the same thing the first time. Just go after it and do it. You're qualified. You don't have to be the smartest in the bunch to do what it is that God is calling you to do. You know how many people are in businesses and God called them to a business, but they have no degree, they have no education, but they're yet billionaires. They're yet millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Like they're living comfortable lives, but they don't have no degree behind it. Ain't none of that. It's because when God calls you to do something, he's going to make you qualified for it, regardless if you want to be qualified for it or not. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow the enemy to distract you from what it is that God is calling you to do. Bro, I find myself, I kid you not, y'all, I'm not perfect. And I promise you, bro, it gets tiring. It gets tiring. You know what I'm saying? Like, just give yourself away. I mean, seriously, I give myself away. Like, that song is so powerful. After I got done praying, that's the first song that came to my mind. Like, I have to give myself away. In order for God to use me, I just got to give myself away. I can't keep running around in a circle like a dog chasing his tail, going after what it is that I want to go after. But I found myself doing exactly what a dog would do, going around in circles, chasing his tail. He would never catch his tail because he continued to chase his tail over and over again. He'd never catch it. That's how we are, going around in circles trying to catch our butt. We'll never catch our butt. And it's like the only way we have is to go strictly after what God is calling us to do. God called me this. God, whoa! I don't know what that was. I was finna start speaking in tongues there. Whole tongue just twisted. But nah, God called us all to a purpose, and if you go after that purpose, it's on you. If you go after that purpose, you will have better luck going after what God wants you to do than going after what it is that you want yourself to do. Like, look at me, bro. God called me to this, and I stutter. I mean, bro, I don't know what to say when I come on these podcasts. I'm being real with y'all. I have a list of topics I don't prepare, and I just know a couple scriptures. I don't know the whole Bible. I know a few scriptures. I know more than what I knew last year, I've grown into knowing more and more scriptures, but I don't know the whole, I'm not a pastor out here. I don't know the whole Bible. I can't tell you, and I don't know and I literally don't remember certain verses. I can't tell you where a certain verse is. I can't say First Corinthians, I can't say that, but I can tell you that, okay, the Bible tells us this because I know this word. I may not know the scriptures and the verses, but I know the word. And I'm not the smartest in the bunch. My vocabulary is low as heck. I don't know a lot of big words. I only have a high school diploma. Diploma. I work a regular 9-to-5 job, but God called me to this. Yo, I'm not perfect, and I'm literally just sitting here just trying to do after what God called me to do. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Go after what it is that God calls you to do, bro. Give yourself away. Stop running away from God's purpose. Stop. Just go after it. I love y'all, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to them, turn on post notification. You see what I mean? I'm stuttering, but I'm not gonna cut it out because y'all need to see the imperfections that are in me. Okay. But I love y'all, man. God bless. Stay blessed. What I was going to say? Oh yeah, it's me, your boy, The Say Yes Podcast. God bless. Stay blessed. Peace.